read beyond the caption of the broadcast. Read the description as well. Then like it. Share it. Invite your friends. Invite your not so friendly friends. Tell them all that Mayegun today, Mayegun is live. So, and welcome to June. Now, tonight, we are treating majority of our conversation tonight political, like we are going to start with real politics. So don't let anybody tell you that these guys that have been perambulating up and down, for those ones who believe that they have captured everyone, they've captured power, and all they need right now is to consolidate it. And those who believes that they can get rid of Kolu and his gang, I mean, they are called coalition, just in case if you need to give them identity. And the coalition, as they are called, is the coming together of strange bedfellows, sort of. You have the likes of, officially now, you have the likes of Rotimi Amaechi, and that is the Ubima Judas Iscariot. You have Atiku, of course, is a Fulani, and is nomadic in nature, and he keeps moving, so to say. You get what I mean? So they call him a serial contester. There's so many people worried that he shouldn't, for any reason, participate in 2027 in their effort to remove TINUBU. Others are saying that in a democracy, Atiku can contest as many times as possible, just like one American president who contested for almost all elections and lost almost all, and lost the seat of presidency many times until he became their president. History, this is just Atiku's motivation. Then you have the scorned El-Rufai, the Kaduna little finger, who is also a very strong arrowhead, right? Oh, the new entrant. Okay, hang on. Then you have some of these guys who are from the Boko Haram's political clan, the savages, the murderous criminals, and the treasury plunderers. The same guy that just left there 2 years ago, they are part of the coalition too, to save us from one of them. By the way, I'm talking about the likes of Buratai the butcher. Remember him? Yeah, the guy that killed over 1,800 Shiites in Zaria, in Kaduna, and he was rewarded. Yeah, he got rewarded with an ambassadorial seat to Benin Republic. And they are saying, for the first time, why is he joining coalition against TINUBU? Maybe we'll find out. Right? There are many, all right? Even the confessor, who led it, confessor, Soyinka, he was there too, even though a day after that, he also went on to be with the Kolu. However, it is the coming together. It was supposed to be Rotimi Amaechi's birthday, right? But it became more or less the congregation of those who are offering to save you from TINUBU. So don't let anybody tell you that it is too early for politics or something. Now, 2027 is too far. These guys are not leaders. Remember that. I mean, there is a popular saying that, a wise man once said, leaders thinks about the next generation, right? While dealers, rather, politicians, thinks about the next election, so to say. So these guys who are offering us this and that, right? Now, Amaechi said, if you want us to remove the man in power, we can. Others said a lot too. The likes of El-Rufai, because it was meant to be Rotimi Amaechi's birthday, like I possibly said, right? So it was the time for them to make a lot of political declarations. So that is why you are hearing this now. And in fact, after that, Someone has responded. And the usual, Willie Wike, who just granted his own media chats right now to address issues, including Rotimi Amaechi. So we're going to start with Rotimi. We're going to go to El-Rufai. There's Siriake Dixon there too. We're going to put him in the middle. The who led the cock, which is the confessor, right? We'll put him in there too. Everyone has something to say. And as Mayegun's diary political, in the diary, you want to keep the record of what everyone say, who said what, when, right? So you're welcome to the Temple of Truth. Tonight, please share the broadcast if you haven't already. And then you can continue the engagement there. Let's stop by with the man whose statement is the writer for this broadcast, Rotimi Amaechi.
If you're not hungry, I am. You may laugh. So for us, the opposition, if you want us to remove the man in power, we can remove him from this power. When we are students, we organized the Taisho Larin protest against Babangida. We organized protests against Buhari. And believe me, there was no north and south in the students. The protests that shut down ABU, University of Nigeria and Soka, University of Lagos and all that, the meeting took place in Kano. When we finished the meeting at night, everyone was told to go back to the school and mobilize school. Once the NAS president addressed the press conference, all of us were on the street. Submit ourselves to the interest of the nation first, before the interest of ourselves. That's why I choose this topic. And I like the amendment you made. It's actually state weaponization, because it's not you, it's the state. Even though they are not deliberately weaponizing like he said, they don't have the idea. They don't know how to weaponize you. They don't know. But where the state comes in is, yes, they don't know how to weaponize you. They are weaponizing you inadvertently by stealing the money they should have given you. If I were president, yes, some of the policies they are pursuing, I will pursue them. But ask what's the failure? The failure is the gains of those policies are in their private. If they bring those gains, okay, we are paying, at the time we are paying close to 4 to 5 trillion naira who vote on ethnic and religious basis, or who spoil innocent, uneducated people who are poor to voting for people for the reasons of religion and ethnicity. That's why we are here. And let me tell you, it's a conspiracy of the elites. Forget, when we sit here, we look at what is the best way to go to grab power. We don't care for you. No Nigerian leader cares for you. And the reason why no Nigerian leader cares for you is because you will do nothing. You protested. At the end of the protest, the president announced increase in price of fuel because he will do nothing. It's an absolutely do-nothing society. You may not know. One of the reasons I committed was your level of knowledge. I respect people who are more brilliant than me. You, him, Professor Soyinka, that's how the friendship started. The reason, I don't know figures, so you know figures. And I respect you for the level of knowledge of economics. In fact, if you are not here and I was a president...
Nigeria is not a real place. Now, just for any JJC in the house watching this broadcast or video, Rotimi Amaechi, each individual, right, who currently seem to feel concerned, right, they have history. The history that brought Nigeria to where Nigeria is right now. So if Nigeria was a real place, right, it won't be on any podium at all. But he's honest. You got what I mean? Now, like he said, Nigeria is a do-nothing society. He was a former minister of transportation. And to his credit, by the way, so that we don't take everything away from him, to his credit, most of the rehabilitation and the resuscitation of some of the dead train tracks in the country were brought back to life. He built new terminals, improved, stuff like physical structures and physical improvement that nobody can take away, all right? However, he is also the same guy who went so adamant and went on to take 3.5 billion euro loan. Well, not him, like literally, okay? So it's like under him proposal for building a rail track. I think it's about 900, that'd be 1,000 kilometers, I don't know, to Maradi in Niger Republic, in a supposed two-country sort of like a partnership, but they offered to take loan in Nigeria, and that was him. All right. So it was with Bokuwari for straight 8 years, shielded from being prosecuted for his own corruption, right? And throughout the 8 years, right, he defended the same Bokuwari that helped sort of like accelerate the downward spiral of this contraption that you're witnessing today, which Kolu is just the undertaker, the one that will take Nigeria to the grave. That's Amaechi. There's so many other things about him, enough, but there's no point. But that's him. There are others too. For example, the guy who came at the last minute to save Kolu in 2022, December 2022, to be precise, from nowhere, from the blues. El-Rufai, from a very rare place, because he had openly criticized the Kolu before, like his style, godfatherism, his kleptomaniacs. You know, El-Rufai, sure you get, that is just a local champion. That was what he called it, Kolu. But from nowhere, they don't strangulate Kolu like that. Shokam, Emefiole and co. See that monetary policy and the rest. They were enough to just finish APC disastrous 8 years. But Kolu already managed to have all the infrastructure, all the structures, like institutions rather, on his side. They've already been compromised. But that will become nothing, useless. All the billions they spent will be nothing if they manage to succeed that they are money changing this. And like Bokuwari said, also, if they wanted Kolu for like, if they didn't change their mind last minute, you wouldn't have Kolu as your president. You may not even have Nigeria. I'm just saying. Oh, this guy is El-Rufai, the Kaduna little finger, who took Yeye Bello, Patawale Nasarawa, Patawale Zamfara. And they went straight to the court to challenge the change of money, this and that. And suddenly they became the champion for Kolu. That Kolu even had to take in El-Rufai to London, Chatham House, right? Where they told us about teamship. Remember? It was all used and dumped. It's like they used him, they dumped him, and now he believes that what he helped to bring to power, according to him, is destroying the contraption. The controversial little finger also had this to say, because to him, Kolu doesn't deserve any second term. Little finger.
What we have done in this country is to allow bandits, not the ones in the bushes, the urban bandits, to take over. Is that we just get incompetent people and we hand over leadership to them. They don't know what to do. Most of them don't really know what to do. They just know how to grab power, but don't know what to do with it. And please, I would like to appeal to everyone to reflect and look around. Wherever you see islands of progress in Nigeria, it is because a competent person has been given the opportunity to.
A 1 minute monster.
Thank you. Your Excellency Vice President Atiku, Chairman of the occasion, the celebrants, Amaechi and Mrs. Judith Amaechi. Ladies and gentlemen, please permit me to say something from more. I am not sitting, I'm not standing behind the podium because I'm too short. I can't see. So I'm coming out to be seen. First, very happy birthday to my brother. I still call him Governor Rotimi Amaechi, because there has been many things before now. I think it's unfair to ask me to speak for what the conspiracies, the successes, and the failures. 1 minute is too short to cover our quarrels, because we quarrel, we make up. The last quarrel we had was when we lost the primaries and licked me because I'm supposed to be a magician. If I supported him, it would have been the winner of the primaries. And many people came to say, your brother is upset with you. They said, I know. Wait, when Nigeria is in bigger trouble, he will come and talk to them.
ẹni òfò ni ẹ ṣòfò láyé ẹ tún ṣe lálìkìyàmọ ẹ̀yin rádaràda wọ̀nyí.
Kaduna little finger. It is like what they call the buyer's remorse. So he called TINUBU's people, TINUBU and his gang, he called them urban bandits. These are not bandits that lives in the forest or in the bush. They are bandits that grabbed power. That's what he called them. All right. So like buyer's remorse. He didn't say that 3 years ago. Maybe he did. But 2.5 years ago. No, he didn't. He was in London telling us about how TINUBU will tackle insecurity. Person will be terrorist enabler is offering international sort of like audience, offering them solution to terrorism. I mean, the whole joke sort of like wrote itself, I'll say. It's not alone. To confessor, the wool-leaded cock, Confessor Soyinka, who was also there. And you know something, let me give you the story. I don't need to tell you much about the El-Rufai. A lot of you should know him, all right? So, for Confessor and Rotimi the Ubima, Judas Iscariot, when Rotimi Amaechi was a governor of River State, right? Soyinka's daughter happened to be a personal or special advisor to Rotimi Amaechi. In fact, at a point, they usually had to organize his birthday for him, right? State banquets. Some of these were revealed to us, how much that cost River State. They were revealed to us by no other person than Wiki, who told us how the confessor has been leaking the honey from the honey jar. You know what I mean? Like the reason why. Then he became the defender. And it was because of Rotimi Amaechi that the confessor publicly called Goodluck Ebere, Jolantan's wife, right? Called her hippopotamus. Remember that? Because the impression then was that Ebere Jolantan was a doorboy and it was a Peshe. Mama, peace. It was Peshe that was controlling him. And therefore, this 80-year-old professor took to the media to call Ebere Jolantan. I don't know, some of you remember that. To call his wife to order. He said, Ebere Jolantan must call his wife to order. The wife that is like a hippopotamus. He was doing all of that, by the way, because it was believed then that all the trouble that Rotimi Amaechi was facing in River State were orchestrated by Peshe, Jonathan's wife. That Rotimi Amaechi as a governor was being humiliated by the commissioner of police and so many other federal agents, enough that it infuriated the Abeokuta confessor that he had to speak out. But we didn't know then that Baba, Àti Baba Gonje, what do you call it? Baba Gonje chicken. A lot behind the scene from the public purse. Now this confessor is now split between the two groups. He can't stand some of the guys within this their coalition. He went there to attend a birthday because he had to. You understand what is called compromise, right? Not that they will beat him if he no go, but come on. He's owned by the entire system as well. He's an old man, though, you know. But he was there. What did he say? Confessor Soyinka, please. I actually, yeah, please.
Right.